few days ago I did something careless. I was frustrated with myself and blurted out, "That was retarded." My middle school-aged son immediately called me out. "Mom, that's offensive. It would hurt the feelings of people who are mentally challenged." His comment caught me off guard. I quickly defended myself. I wasn't talking about anyone else. I was criticizing my own behavior. Obviously, I'd never call a person with an intellectual disability retarded. But he didn't back down. "Still," he said firmly, "retarded is a strong word. You can use other words instead." I continued to push back. "So tell me, when in your opinion would it ever be appropriate to use that word?" He thought for a moment then replied, "Maybe when a doctor gives a diagnosis." I seized on his answer. "But that's exactly what you just said was inappropriate. Using the word in reference to someone with an intellectual disability." We went back and forth for a while before I decided to end the debate. "Fine," I said. "Next time I'll just say my behavior was idiotic. Is that better?" Then, unable to resist a final jab, I added, "Honestly, this entire conversation is starting to feel a little idiotic." This exchange with my son reminded me of the way our broader cultural and political conversations often unfold. Language, once simply a tool for communication, has become a battleground. On one side, the far left promotes what some call word policing. While the movement often begins with noble intentions, it has, over time in some cases, devolved into a rigid performative exercise. Instead of fostering empathy, it too often encourages people to tally offenses and issue labels. In politics, this dynamic gets magnified. The left is often portrayed as well-intentioned but misguided, while the right is framed as factually accurate but uncaring. In such a framework, even if you are right on substance, you risk being judged as morally wrong, insensitive, unsympathetic, or, at worst, racist. Rational debate becomes nearly impossible. Many, fearing career damage or social ostracism, choose silence over engagement. But if the left can become overzealous in policing language and motives, the far right presents its own, often more dangerous set of problems. Extremism on the right has produced movements openly embracing bigotry. Anyone in doubt only needs to watch the Jubilee debate episode featuring Mehdi Hasan, where one participant admitted, almost casually, that he was a Nazi. Are humans not naturally good at moderation? Do we lean toward extremes, oscillating between left and right? Or perhaps the majority of us are moderate, but the structure of social media amplifies the voices of those at the extremes. Algorithms reward outrage, sensationalism, and moral certainty, giving disproportionate attention to the loudest and most divisive voices. In the end, my son was right about one thing: words matter. They shape how people feel, how debates unfold, and how society progresses or regresses. But perhaps the bigger challenge is not simply choosing the right words, but finding a way to speak and listen across divides without immediately reaching for labels, caricatures, or outrage.